sending troops to the region, stating that they are still seeking a diplomatic solution to the standoff.
Hey everybody, it is NCSman001 here, and tonight we are going to be doing some good old casual Black Ops 3 kill grinding. So I'm going to show you guys what all I've been up to in this game. Here is my wall of decorations. It's looking pretty full. We still have to earn all campaign weapons, attachments, and camos, which is, of course, the last one I'm going to end up getting. Because, well, it's one of the last two I'm going to be getting, because both of these go together. Other one, campaign challenges. And I'll show those off in a second. But, fully upgraded all cores, purchased everything, veteran and realistic, veteran without dying, all collectibles, all accolades, all 2,000 enemies, that one's super easy. And the 35,000 in the training simulator, that actually wasn't that bad. It was the beating it on realistic that was a little bit more of a problem. So let me show off where we are on challenges. This menu never goes down to having 0 things left. I don't know why. My OCD gets to me with that. So, here's what we have left. We have to use Control Cybercore against 80 more enemies. We have to use a lot more martial abilities. We have to use Chaos against about nearly another 100 enemies. The follow-up Rapid Melee Strike, making slow progress on that. I don't even know what this one is. I actually need to look that one up. This one, I think, has to do with the robots. And then, of course, the one for all the decorations. The Ravage Core, which I think I'm probably like halfway through that. Well, no, I'm not, but... And then Overwhelming Force. So that's pretty much all that we have left.
Hey, Hendrix.
So let me go ahead and see what our next weapon is. I think the Weevil's done. Yep, Weevil's done. And so is the Vesper. Okay. So Weevil and Vesper are done. I have a list written down. Let me pull that up real quick. Okay, it looks like that should be all of the SMGs. I'm going to double check that, though. But yeah, that should be all of our SMGs, and I think it is. One more to check. Oh, the Kuda. Have I finished the Kuda? Oh, I did. Okay, Kuda's done. Awesome. Hi, Mark. It hasn't been the worst thing I've ever done, I don't think. It's not easy, for sure, but I think I've done more difficult things than this in my life. Oh, no, not that one. Okay. Next up, assault rifles. So we need another 454 kills with the XR2. Which actually, the SMGs were a little bit tougher because they aren't really that powerful. So let's go ahead and give this a reflex sight. Let's give it FMJ. Rapid fire. Fast mags, and extended mags. For this, we can only give it one attachment. So we will give it... fast mags is probably our best option. And then for our attack rig, traversal enhancement, and emergency repair. Because I will occasionally die in this.
Singapore. One of my favorite.
So, those are our next two guns. Let's go ahead and select the mission. Now, there's a few different places you can boost this. I'll definitely do some quick, easy platinums in the future. But for this, there's a few places you can grind. You can either do it here on Rise and Fall, or you can do it... There might be infinite enemy areas on Demon Within during the flashbacks with the freaking direwolves, because direwolves are in this game, which is about as logical as you probably think. This one may have an infinite spawn somewhere, but I'm not sure. And this one, of course, has several infinite spawn areas, especially in the early on, but that's also against robots. And robots are usually a little bit harder to kill.
Oh, yeah.
So, let's go. Rise and Fall. Let's roll.
This is their safe house.
Glad you remember.
Yeah, I know about the one in life, but it's against robots. We might switch over to that one later, because we might do a couple of different things tonight. I know I'll need to use that for some of the challenges. Do I have any tips for the Immortal Fame? If that's the one for Veteran No Death, then my suggestion is doing it in co-op if you can. That's going to make your life a lot easier.
Now, we're unplugged.
So,
We're on our own. We know Taylor's looking for the surviving members.
Hopefully that didn't scare anyone.
Sebastian Kruger.
If you hear other random noises, my dishwasher's going, and so are my washer and dryer, because I'm trying to get all sorts of cleaning and chores and stuff done before I head out tomorrow.
Holding him at Ramsey Station. One of the few territories.
But yeah, I would probably suggest Immortal is much easier to do in co-op. Because here's the thing, like, I don't know if I would consider that or Realistic to have been harder. Because Realistic, obviously you die in one hit. Most of the time. Which is tough. It's certainly not easy. But here's the thing. On Realistic, even though you die that quickly...
hey.
I'm also checking some stuff for my flights because I'm having some issues with the United app. Never flown with United before and never plan to again.
I think we just
It's not been the most pleasant experience getting it all to work.
Glad I'm not the only one feeling deja vu.
We are fighting a losing battle. The information Taylor released
All right.
helped the NRC target strategic weak points in the Egyptian...
So yeah, Realistic is definitely tough, but the thing is, you can utilize checkpoints as much as you want.
Civilian casualties are high.
And checkpoints are generally pretty forgiving in this game. There's actually quite a few of them in the
So
game.
this doctor character talks fast and gives us something useful.
So since there are a lot of checkpoints, Realistic, if you take it slowly and carefully, it could be a lot worse. I also recommend for your weapons layout to use the Draken, the sniper rifle. It's semi-automatic, with the thermal scope, the extended mags and fast mags, FMJ, and a couple other attachments.
Exactly on the box.
Good to see you, Khalil.
We'd hoped to bring reinforcements. Drones, robots.
So yeah, with that, I definitely recommend that for your main. Your secondary can kind of be anything because you won't be using it much.
Winslow Accord resource
And you have to have the respawn option, the revive feature, whatever.
vital information on the men responsible for the
Oh yeah, you can totally do Realistic in co-op. I didn't end up needing it though because, in all honesty, again, for the most part, I didn't have a whole lot of problems with it. A few sections were pretty tough for sure, but it could have been a lot worse than it was.
I warn you.
Veteran on No Death was honestly more frustrating for me, because if you die at the last part of a mission, you have to redo the whole
Men not
thing.
equipped to deal with the NRC's robots.
What's your operation?
And that happened a few times. Like on Mission 8, I died... Or, no, not Mission 8. Yeah, it was Mission 8.
Supplies are low.
How you still holding
One time on Mission 8, the game just broke and wouldn't let me move forward toward the end. That happened once.
Thought he could make a better world by fucking everything up.
So I gotta ask, what they're talking about here... They're talking about Menendez again,
Nations had to abide by the Allied Drone Defense Act.
and his whole, because of his attacks, they have to do the
Military.
They have to have the special defensive things.
The dead are the only reason we are still.
But listen to this dialogue.
I wouldn't thank Menendez. He was a prick who got what he deserved.
Got what he deserved sounds like he was killed.
We're preparing a temporary.
So, does that officially mean that one of the bad endings is the canon ending? Is it ever confirmed?
For your cooperation, Lieutenant. Appreciate it.
Yes, beating it on realistic does count for beating the game on veteran, and if you complete any missions without dying on realistic or restarting a checkpoint, then that also counts toward the veteran without dying. So for Black Ops 3, you only have to get Personal Decorator and level 55 in multiplayer. I'd say go work on the multiplayer sooner rather than later, because this is an older game without a lot of people in it.
If I need a checkup, maybe I'll.
And you need multiplayer, Personal Decorator, and all of zombies.
NRC forces
Base game zombies is really easy.
converging on key checkpoints around
I did
the station.
almost all of it in one night, in like one game. I got, I think, 7 or 8 of the trophies in a single game. So that's not that hard. The DLCs I do still need to do, though, because that's a lot. You know, there's a lot of stuff to do in the DLCs. Also, it's been, like, this is the most I've played on my PS4 in a long time. Just playing this game. Because I never installed this on the PS4, or on the PS5. Okay, please don't shoot my own teammates. That's bringing back flashbacks. But yeah, for the veteran no death, another tough part was Mission 5. I managed to get through the... whatchamacallit. I managed to get through the final section where you go up when the place floods. I got through that part the first time I reached it. But I failed another time in the giant electrical robot room. You know what I'm talking about, I'm sure. Ah, grenade. The bane of my existence in that playthrough was RAPS units. Because they kept killing me, because they kill you in one hit on veteran. Now I gotta say, this gun is not very good. It's not very powerful. Thankfully, I only need to get about another 450 kills with it. I don't need to get the full 650, because I've already gotten some with it. And you know, that realistic and veteran playthrough, part of the problem is, when you're doing them, you can't really work on your other trophies, or your other stuff. Hardcore games have double XP, that's good. But, like, the problem is that you can't really get other parts of Personal Decorator done while you're going for the veteran no death or the whatever it is, the realistic, because you have to pretty much use the Draken for everything. It's really the only way to get through it, unless maybe you're playing in co-op. If you're doing it in co-op, maybe you could use a different weapon or switch them around a little bit. But if you're doing them solo, the Draken is really the only way to do it. So the one problem I have with this mission is this long intro sequence. We got 15 kills in it. And it's taken up 10 minutes of our time. Well, like 8 minutes probably, but... The problem is there's no mobile armory once we get out to the rest of this level. There's no mobile armory, so you can't switch your weapons loadout. Which is annoying. I wish that they had put one there so you could farm more easily. And that's one advantage to doing it on the final mission, is because in the final mission, with all the robots, there is a mobile armory there. Black Ops 4 had the Battle Royale mode. Oh yeah, no intention to do that. Not worth it for me. Oh, you guys will probably get to hear my dishwasher sing to us. As it does like a long series of random noises once it finishes. It's close to being done, because that series of beeps we had earlier means that it's close to being done. So we might switch it up some. We might do some of our runs on this mission and some on the other mission, just to mix it up a little bit. So we're only going to be using extended camo for now because it's a definite lifesaver. That's another thing, like that is really the only cyber core ability you're ever really going to be using on realistic or even veteran no death. Because it makes you turn invisible and keeps you pretty safe. Okay, so on this section, I'm currently working on Black Ops 3 and Borderlands 2. Very fun game. Much rather be playing that than this. So yeah, this is not a particularly good gun. It fires a bit slowly, even with rapid fire. So what we want to do is we're going to plant the first spike and knock this one out.
Detonation confirmed.
So get that one out of the way. And now, you can see that there is a gate up here. That's where we're going. Also, I'm blowing that explosive up because I don't want it to kill me later.
2 more in the north line.
So we're actually going to be going right up there. We're already up to 30 kills, but let me take my next drink first before we get really started on this. Yeah, Black Ops 4 and Cold War are both ones I don't really want to do. And I mean, we got Black Ops 4 for free, I think. So I've got it in my library. Cold War, I was intending on doing at one point. But Ghost and the rest of the boosting group have kind of told me not to bother with it. Actually, because of the multiplayer, not even because of the zombies, because I'm sure that I could find someone to carry me on the zombies. The Dead Off's Arcade, by the way, not the regular zombies. Regular zombies in that game is pretty easy. Alright, so we're just going to sit here for probably 20 minutes for this one weapon. That's why this is a bad objective. It's such a waste of time. And I mean, this is not one of the harder... Let me shut up and heal before I say anything else. Cold War wasn't as bad. My problem isn't even with Dead Ops. Because I think I could do it. My problem is with the multiplayer stuff. Oh, that's not good. See, that's why we have that emergency reserve. Because we haven't gotten the checkpoint recently. Ah, there's my dishwasher singing. I don't know if you can hear it or not. Oh, we're out of ammo. I may go ahead and blow another one of these to possibly get a checkpoint. Just because. Because if we get a checkpoint, we'll be okay. That one... I think you get a checkpoint after almost each one. At least you do on the veteran and realistic playthroughs. Oh, well. That's not what I meant to do. Wrong gun. Again, the problem is this is not a particularly powerful weapon. Jeez, game. They're being aggressive today. I'm on recruit. They're being a little more aggressive than normal. But yeah, I mean, this is what you have to do. You have to sit here and do this for hours. It's not a very good idea for even just part of a trophy. In all honesty, you about need your own platinum trophy. Personal Decorator in and of itself could be a platinum trophy of like a 12 trophy list. Because it's so much stuff, and it's all over the course of the game, you know? You have to beat the game multiple times, you have to do this insane kill grind. And the other advantage to the final mission is that with that mobile armory, you can constantly refill your revives. Whereas you can't do that here. Okay, let's take cover, because sometimes they will still see you through your invisibility cloak. I always call it that. I don't know if that's necessarily what it is. We're already up to 159. I'll read comments here in a second, guys. Maybe every 100 kills, I'll take a look at it. Some of them are running, like, through the wall. Got through that group. They're spawning faster this time than they were on my SMG run. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. And there goes either my washer or my dryer, so that's done. That's good. That's... Oh man, yeah, we're already almost at 200. Alright, let's see what we got on comments. Am I going to play Modern Warfare 2 when it comes out? Yes, for sure. Probably not day one, but I will. Cold War has a game mode that saves what arena you were on. Oh, yeah, for Dead Ops. Yeah, but like I said, that's not the one that worries me, because the other guys have told me from the boosting group that there's one trophy that it requires you to do, like, double kills or... squad wipes in the multiplayer, in, like, a specific part of the multiplayer. And that multiplayer is kind of dead. So that's what probably concerned me the most. Oh, I'm sure there'll be a trophy for beating it on veteran. I'd be shocked if there wasn't. But honestly, as trophies tend to get easier and easier, it's possible there might not be. Because Call of Duty, I think, is like one of the only franchises that would never do some sort of New Game Plus Ultra Hard mode or anything like that. And Infinity Ward is usually the easier of the three developers. Usually they make the easiest games that are the most single-player focused. Or at least where most of their trophies are focused on the single-player. Even though you spend more time in this game single-player than several of the Modern Warfares combined. Alright, let's go get some ammo. That's the only trophy you don't have. Yeah, because, I mean, like I said... And up there, you can see the thing glowing through there. Which makes me think that there's supposed to be a mobile armory here, but maybe it just isn't there or didn't spawn or something? God, who knows? Yeah, I'm sure Modern Warfare 2 will have a veteran trophy. What I'd really like to see them do in Modern Warfare 2 is two things that they left out of Modern Warfare 2019's trophy list. I'd like them to put a realistic difficulty trophy in because, before anyone gets angry about that, realistic in Modern Warfare 2019 is not this game's realistic. It's not die in one hit. It's the equivalent of veteran, but with no HUD. It was fun. It's like the best possible way to play the game. It's the equivalent of veteran difficulty, but with no HUD. It's not all that hard in that game, because Modern Warfare 2019 was already the easiest game in the franchise. So I would not be against them doing that if realistic was the same as that. Now, if they did a realistic like this game, then I would hope that they wouldn't put it in, because I'm willing to bet that there's not going to be campaign co-op or a Draken-type weapon to make it easier. But as long as it's like the one in that game, then I'd be okay with that. Secondly, I'd like to see them do something with the rankings that you got. Because it's something that I'm willing to bet most people either didn't know existed or forgot about. Because Modern Warfare 2019 had a system in place where there was it was like a civilian, it was a collateral damage score or something, I think is what it was called. Oh, well. So yeah, it was called like collateral damage score. And no, bad enemies. And what would happen is, anytime you did something out of order or killed a civilian or something, you would lose some rank on that. And the best you could do was an A. Quit with the grenades, okay? Well, that just killed someone. So I'm going to have to get about 5 kills more than what I have written down for my own insurance policy, I guess you could say. At least they're spawning in really high numbers. They're definitely spawning a little bit faster this time than they were last time I played this with SMGs. Spawning at least a little bit faster. Don't die. So we'll get about... Look at that. We're already, like, only about 100 kills away from being done with this gun. That's awesome. But yeah, I would like to see them bring back the Modern Warfare version of Realistic and have a trophy for it, because it was fun. It was legitimately a fun way to play the game. Because that game had one of the better campaigns we've had in a long time. Well, I say that, but Cold War came out after Modern Warfare 2019, so. That was unlucky. What are they doing? It's like Cold War came out after that, because prior to that, the best campaign we had had anytime recently was Infinite Warfare. And then the collateral damage score, I really think they should... If they put the collateral damage score in the game at all, then they should put in a trophy for it this time, so that maybe people will actually know that it exists. Because I'm willing to bet that over half the people that played that game's campaign didn't even know it existed. Because it's a very obscure feature that's hardly mentioned anywhere. And you don't get anything for it, actually. You don't even get anything for the multiplayer for it. I'm sure that they're going to bring back Spec Ops, but I hope that whatever version of Spec Ops they give us is... Be careful. I hope that whatever version of Spec Ops they give us is the old Spec Ops. And yeah, if they want to make it be 4 players, I'd certainly not complain about that. But let it be the old, good Spec Ops. And not the crap that they gave us in Modern Warfare 2019. Gotta run back and get ammo. We're almost done with this gun. We're almost done. And then we gotta try to get a checkpoint. Which we'll get once we destroy the next thing over there. We can get a checkpoint. And we'll be done with the firearm, which is awesome. Love how I say this firearm there for some reason. And once we get through that, we'll only have about 17 guns to go, I think. Obviously, we're not getting done tonight. I can only get one done about every, like, 25 minutes, probably. Even with the fastest boosting methods. Quit with the grenades. They're annoying. Almost done. Alright, I'm gonna get up to 460 just as insurance. Two more. Alright. We are done with the XR2. That's another gun off the list. Remaster the Modern Warfare 3 campaign? Yes. Well, I think I've talked about this before. Supposedly, it's been done for years now, since they released the Modern Warfare 2 campaign remastered. But they've just never released it. Supposedly. Now, I guess that could be fake news, but I don't know. Because I've never heard them, like, deny it or anything. So who knows? Okay, that's going to give us a checkpoint. Alright, so let me check and see how much we need for the KN. Only 400? Oh, that's not bad. 400 ain't bad. So, let's go do it. Don't worry, some of these weapons are worse because a couple of these assault rifles I already had a couple hundred kills with. There are a lot of weapons that I never even touched. The sniper rifle might be okay, though, because I can kind of hide further away. And I still have, you know, every sniper rifle except for the Draken. Uh-oh. We got robots now. That can make things a bit tougher. The KN fires a lot faster. It's fully automatic. This is good. So we need to get to about 860 kills. Oh, we can kill drones too. Those are easy kills. So we want to get up to about 860 kills and we'll be done with this gun. Which is great. Because then we'll have 16 left. Plus challenges. Which I'm really not looking forward to. Because some of those challenges are cyber cores that I never really use. And the problem is, by the way, I haven't mentioned this yet, if you die, then when you reset back to the checkpoint, you lose all progress made since getting that checkpoint. Which is really unfortunate. Yeah, if all goes well, this should be my 650th Platinum. I was going to do that PS3 shitter game for number 650. And I'm not going to push it back to 700. I'm going to push it back to be 666. Now, I don't actually know if PSN Profiles tracks what your 666th was. But I'm going to do it for 666, because this is most likely going to be 650. But I think I'm going to say that for this game, with its realistic and veteran difficulty trophies, I don't think either of them are as difficult as World at War's veteran. That might be a bold claim to make. But I don't think realistic or veteran no death are as brutal as World at War on veteran at all. Like, in just beating that game on veteran. Because that was one of the most difficult things I've ever done in a game. That's up there with Killzone 2 on Elite mode. As being among the toughest things I've ever done in a game. The shotguns should actually be fairly easy aside from kind of lower ammo because we get to do it from this close up. And they'll be damaging, so the shotguns shouldn't be too bad. The sniper rifles I might be able to hide a lot further away. I'll probably have to for the bolt-action ones. The light machine guns shouldn't be too bad either, but I think I've already finished 2 of them. But yeah, in all honesty, I do think that World at War, beating World at War on veteran at all, is harder than beating Black Ops 3 on realistic or veteran no death. Even if you do everything in Black Ops 3 solo. And that's the big thing about it is, if you do it in co-op, it's certainly easier. Like, no doubt it's easier. But the trophies could not be earned in World at War if you played in co-op. The game actually didn't allow it. That voided all of the veteran difficulty trophies. It voided a lot of the story trophies, actually. Which is sad, because playing the game in co-op was a lot of fun back in the day. Even though you couldn't do Black Cats in co-op, nor could you do Vendetta. Vendetta makes sense because it's the stealth sniper mission. Black Cats would have been cool in co-op. But I understand why they didn't allow it. Alright, let's look at comments. Because we're up to like 600 kills right now. Modern Warfare 2019 will be the only one you need to get the platinum and 100% on. Yeah, I mean, go for it. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Because it's all single player for the platinum. And the 100% is just one DLC, which isn't really that bad anymore. Now that people have better gear and have figured things out, you could probably get someone to carry you through it. If you get stuck on it, you could easily get someone to carry you through it in like a couple hours. Any other Call of Duty games that I want to plat? Let's see. Look at all the Call of Duty games I haven't done yet. There's the PS3 version of Advanced Warfare. That's not going to happen. I would have no problem getting the Platinum again, because the Platinum's easy. My problem would come from the DLC. 'Cause I really don't want to do that game's DLC again. Because it was frustrating. Plus, from what I know, the blunderbuss isn't in the PS3 version. So I have no idea how the hell you're supposed to beat double feature mode. Because unless the blunderbuss is in it and they changed one trophy for no reason. But as far as I know, the blunderbuss is not in that game's version of zombies on the PS3. Which makes the double feature mode seemingly impossible to me. Because that was the only reason I could do it, was because the blunderbuss drains 1/8 of Oz's health per shot. It's the only weapon that can do any kind of damage like that. And he has no health bar on screen. It's the only weapon that actually does a lot of damage to him. So if the DLC wasn't so brutal, I would do that game again. But I'm not going to. Black Ops 3 on PS3. Me and Ghost and the rest of the boosting group go back and forth on that a little bit. Because all it is a ton of multiplayer boosting. But there's a lot of questions about it, like as to, you know, how many people do you actually need to play? Because Ghost has either 3 or 4 PS3s. So theoretically, a 6-player boost wouldn't be particularly hard. Because I have one PS3 with me, but I do have another one at home, back home in North Carolina. So I could always bring that here. Like, the question with something like Black Ops 3 on PS3 is, you know, 1, can it be boosted? And 2, how exactly do you boost it? Plus, the servers have been broken for that game for a long time. They still kind of work, but they're not a pleasant experience. We'll say that from what I've watched even from day one. I love how they just ignore you and just run. So we've all gone back and forth about that a little bit. Maybe if there was more information on it, we would consider boosting it. Now, that's an 80-hour boost. Like, that's literally probably 80 hours of boosting, which would be the longest multiplayer I've ever done. Because Killzone 2 was like 40 hours. Actually, no, it was less than 40 hours. I just played it more just to essentially guarantee that top 1%. And I did it before they announced the server closures for it. And like, even Killzone Shadowfall was a really long grind. But you could do it all in bot zone, pretty much. You do 99% of it with bots. So it wasn't as bad. So back to Call of Duty, though. Call of Duty Classic, I will do someday. But it's single player only, so it's not exactly very high on the priority list. It's essentially last on the priority list right now. Because it's not a game that I want to go back to, but it has no multiplayer, so it's not... no risk of server closures or anything. So I will go back and do it eventually. It'll be a milestone platinum for sure. I can see it being like 750 or something. Yeah, I can see that being like platinum 750. So I don't think I'd have it done in time for 700. It's just not a high enough priority focus for me right now. Because again, it's single player only. Might get the platinum trophy on the Sly Cooper trilogy. Go for it. Fantastic series. Highly recommend. I really hope we get another one someday. Maybe someday. I like to think we will. But you never know. But yeah, Call of Duty Classic. Then talked about those two PS3 versions. Black Ops 4. I have it in my library. Not downloaded, but I got it when we got it for free with PS Plus. I have access to it, just in case it ever becomes boostable. I don't know if it will, but if the Blackout stuff becomes boostable, I will consider it. It also doesn't help that that game has the longest, most difficult, most obnoxious Easter eggs in the entire franchise. It's like every Easter egg in that game takes like 3+ hours. 2 to 3+ hours. Which is a lot of time. Even if you have a group that knows exactly what they're doing, it takes that long, which is ridiculous. I've given my piece on Call of Duty Cold War. I'm not against doing it, but I have been warned that it's not worth the stress. I do at least want to play that game's campaign, even if I play it on an alt account, because I heard that the campaign was actually pretty good. I don't care about the zombies or multiplayer, though. Then, let's see. What other games are there? There is the PS5 version of Vanguard. I will do that one at some point, most likely. The only issue I have with that one is that the game's really weird about the zombies trophies. If you've already beaten one version of the game, you have to like set it to offline or do something finicky like that. If I can guarantee that the trophies will work for the zombies, then I would do it. I guess there's just that element of risk, though, of it possibly being kind of broken. But if I could guarantee that it would work, then I will do it at some point. But then again, the multiplayer in Zombies is not exactly the difficult part of Vanguard. It's entirely on the campaign. It's entirely on 2 specific trophies in that game's campaign. But I would like to do that one eventually. Then let's see. What else is there? Oh, Black Ops Declassified. Maybe? I need to see if I can play it on the PS TV, because I feel like that would make it a lot easier. Because I have a PS TV. Anyone else remember that completely, like, random old attachment? Because I bought mine for 20 bucks on a Black Friday sale years ago, and I only ever used it, like, once, but I still have it. So if I can play that on a PS TV, I might actually consider that. Because I feel like that would definitely make it easier. It would definitely, like, control better and all. Because it has some... It's not even beating it on Veteran that's the problem. It's certain specific trophies. Like, there's a mission you have to beat without taking damage. And there's a mission where you have to get 8 kills with 4 shots. Stuff like that. So, like, I'd like to do it, but I just don't know. If I can do it on a PS TV, and if that makes it easier, I'll consider it. And I think that's it for the franchise, because I've done most of the Call of Duty games, is the thing. Because Call of Duty 2 was never released on a Sony console. Which is a good thing, because apparently it's really difficult. Now, I actually played it on the 360 back in the day, and I remember its trophy list, or its achievement list, all you had to do was beat the game on Veteran, and you got every trophy by beating the game on Veteran. It was all story-related trophies for Veteran. But that game also had a very difficult Veteran. It was not quite as bad as Classic, but definitely up there. Okay, I'm gonna launch these to guarantee that the game saves, just because I'm paranoid.
This is it. Last one.
Yeah, I'm definitely a little bit paranoid. I want to make sure that the game saves everything instead of saving and quitting. But you know what? This didn't take that long. This only took about... Really about... Ooh, boy! No. Bad reps. It's so cute and deadly. I kind of want one as a pet until it tries to kill me. Because I'm sure it would do that. So yeah, this way we can at least guarantee that the game saves the progress. But hey, we got... This is going to be 2 more guns done. Which is great. Wait a minute. Okay, yeah, I was about to say. There's no way you could get to that. It's stuck behind a wall that looks like it was supposed to be open at some point. But wasn't. So yeah, that's where I stand on the rest of the franchise. I'd love to do all of them. So... Oh... I bet this is the box it was referencing. That's exactly what it is. So I'm not going crazy. That just... It's there, you just can't access it till you finish that section. Okay. I guess that makes sense in some way. Alright. Well, we got 2 guns done so far, which is great. Only took about 45 minutes. We might be able to get, like, 8 guns done tonight. That'd be something, because that's, like, half of what we have left. I'd be very happy with that kind of progress tonight, because I won't be able to play it all next week. I'm going to be out of town. Yeah, for those who weren't here for yesterday's stream, I'm going to be out of town all of next week, starting tomorrow. I'm traveling down to Texas for work stuff. First ever business trip, which is cool. I don't get to fly business class, but I do get to travel for business. I'm also not looking forward to flying with United, because they are not one of the better carriers. Not as bad as, like, American or some of the really low-budget carriers, but they're no Delta or European or Asian or Middle Eastern carriers, that's for sure.
We are coordinating closely with our allies.
I've only ever flown I've flown Delta many times. That's my family. That's the one that we always use for most things. I've flown American before, once or twice. I think maybe once, actually.
Hey.
And I've flown at least one other airline, but I don't think I've ever flown United. Okay. There we go. That is it for that gun. So the XR2 is good to go. And so is the KN44. Alright, so... Oh, hold on a minute. We got a new attachment here. The high caliber attachment. And those weapons are maxed out, so now we can go with the ICR and the HVK. So let me cross these two off of my list. Awesome. 2 down. Okay, the next two. The ICR and the HVK. I guess let's go with extended mag for sure. Laser wouldn't hurt. Grip, sure. Yeah, why not? Those are black market ones that I've always had unlocked, though. The HVK. So the HVK I have earned nothing with. So the HVK is the full 650, unfortunately. Oh boy. So this one's going to be a slog. Let's get the extended mag. The ICR, I think I've got about 100 kills with. Yeah. So another 550 kills with this bad boy. Okay, this one's going to be a little less fun.
One of my favorite places, apart from all the ones I actually like. We've got an appointment with our new...
So we'll do this mission again for this one, but maybe for the next one we'll switch over to Life.
This is a CIA op.
And see how it goes.
This is their safe house.
This is something a little bit different. Try playing the Crash 4, or the 4 Crash Bandicoot games. Oh yeah, those are pretty high up on the difficulty. That is one of the more difficult franchises out there. Because, like, from what I've read of it, Crash 3 isn't bad. Crash 3 is medium difficulty. Crash 2 is harder. Crash 1 is harder than that. And then both Crash Team Racing and especially Crash 4 are just absolutely beyond brutal. Even if you're good at that kind of a game. Because I watched, like, Nick AR, I know, did Crash 4. A lot of people did do the original Crash trilogy. Probably because a lot of people grew up with it, so they at least had some idea of how to play it and all. I'm not the best at platforming games. Those of you who have watched me play, like, Mario games on stream every now and then. The Relic Time Trials, yeah. So 550 kills with the ICR and 650 with the HVK. For a grand total of 1,200 kills.
Hey. You still with us?
Yeah, just zoned out for a second.
And then another 650 with the Mana War. But that's the last assault rifle, because the Shiva... Oh, no, it's not. The Shiva's an assault rifle, but I'm halfway done with it. So that's good. Then the M8, need the full 650 with.
Target strategic weak points in the Egyptian military defenses.
450 with the KRM, that's a shotgun.
Civilian casualties.
606 with the Brecci.
Hyra's on the brink of total collapse.
Surprised I never really used that, given it was kind of infamous in the multiplayer. 650 with the Argus, not looking forward to that one. 650 with the Haymaker. 270 with the Dingo, that's an LMG. 470 with the Gorgon. 350-ish with the Locust. All 650 with the SVG, and all 650 with the PO6.
Lieutenant Khalil?
And then I have 2 secondary weapons left. The L-Car, where I need like another 100 and... I need almost all the kills for the L-Car. And I need a full How the hell do you do the black cell? 300 kills with the black cell. Isn't that one
Drones.
just a vehicle lock? If it works on drones, then maybe it's not that bad.
Winslow Accord Resources.
How the hell does that even work?
Recent intelligence leaks.
Like, can you do it against the robots and the constantly respawning Talons in the final mission? If so, it's probably not that bad.
If we apprehend them, we'll be able to ensure more support for your army.
That's a polite way of saying shit's fucked up.
I'm also very excited because football season is almost back. Cannot wait for that. Been waiting for this all year.
Warn you.
Life is so boring without college football. The only thing is, obviously, that influences my streaming schedule. Because any Saturday where there is a Clemson game that is at home, I will not be streaming. Because I will be at the game, supporting my team, and screaming my guts out to the point at which I no longer have a voice.
What?
And I may also be screaming my guts out for certain away games, depending on where I'm watching them at. Though this year, I don't have a girlfriend to watch with, so I don't know yet what I'm going to do. It'll probably have to be like going to a bar or something, because that's what I did back in 2019. And because 2020, I was dating Blair, and we just watched all the away games at her place. Her family's massive Clemson fans. By the way, she's engaged now, after dating a guy for literally a month. I have my theories about it, but I'm happy for her. We parted on good terms, at least, compared to my most recent girlfriend, so I'm happy for her.
We're preparing a temporary CC for your use. Links to WA Command are down, but you can still connect to our local systems. The doctor is being held in our interrogation space.
So then... And then last year I was dating the other girl.
Lieutenant. Appreciate it.
So I watched most of the away games with her. She got angrier at football games and just all sports in general than I do, which is honestly pretty damn impressive.
NRC forces are converting.
As I get very pissed off very easily at stuff.
It's an all-out assault.
Not just games, not just like real life games, but also stuff like this, as you guys know. I get unreasonably pissed off at certain things that I shouldn't, that are completely out of my control. Though I think I have a right to be pissed off at certain things that happen in games, like how on 3 separate occasions I had to redo missions on Veteran or Realistic because of the game bugging out. Things that were completely out of my control, that there was nothing I could do about, that only happened because they didn't bug test their game properly. Stuff like that, yeah, I think I was reasonable with those complaints. Your game should have to work for it to be released, right? You would think. Then again, we got Cyberpunk over there, and a lot of other modern-day games, so it's not that big a surprise. Oh, speaking of, like, post-release content, did anyone see that Kena Bridge of Spirits is getting a big release? It's getting a New Game Plus. And, like, new outfits or something. That might actually be good for you guys that didn't use a glitch to get through the highest level of difficulty. Because I'm sure that doing it a New Game Plus is going to be a lot easier. Ended up with a lot of games and 2 more PS3s. I don't know if that was to me or if that was to the group chat.
All clear. That's the last of them.
Kane, patches into Egyptian Army Command.
MC's 1-1, priority target is NRC convoy, moving on eastern checkpoint.
Let me see what that was to. No, that was to the group chat. Okay. Yeah, that was the group chat. That's the group chat going off. We got a boosting group of friends. We have fun together. And those guys are the reason why I did Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City. / slightly against my will. I mean, that was a unique shitter title to put on the list, and it has a lot of rare trophies, like a lot of sub 10% and even sub 5%. But it was painful. It was one of the worst games I've played that was like a major title that wasn't just a trophy cash grab. Speaking of trophy cash grabs, there is literally a game out now called something like I'm in Love with Your Dead Grandmother. That's how far we've sunk. That's almost as offensive as press X for trophy, because apparently that game's coming out probably like in September. I feel like, because we've seen it announced on the store. Now apparently Sony caught wind of some of this and they made some minor statement about stuff related to the store, but it wasn't really anything all that useful to us. Can only hope that someday we see an end to those Garbo Platinum games, or at least a very steep reduction in that. Having them come out occasionally, that's fine, you know? That's fine. Have one come out occasionally. Alright, this is the gun we need a full, or no, 550 with. We don't need a full 650 with this one. This gun seems to be okay, though. Is Brotherhood a 6-player game? That's what I'm going to assume by that statement. Okay, this gun's actually not bad. Fast rate of fire.
Detonation confirmed.
Could be worse. I don't know what the Havoc is going to be like. I'm going to call it the Havoc. I know that's not what it's called, but I'm going to call it the Havoc. Okay, I climbed up way too much there. Blow that up first, get it out of the way. Ooh, so this is kind of like the KN. This isn't bad. I can get behind this. You know, until that happens. Until Droney Boy in the Sky decides to be a dickhole. Not a lot of recoil. There's like no recoil. This thing, it's not quite the level of the Modern Warfare 3 ACR. Or was it Modern Warfare 2? Was it Modern Warfare 2 or 3 that had the laser ACR? The one that was literally a laser with no recoil. Was it Modern Warfare 2 or 3 that had it? I don't remember. It was one or the other. Only problem is it takes a while to reload. You know, I will say this is a Platinum I'm not sure I ever thought I would get back in 2015 when I saw the list and started playing it. But you know, overall, we're getting closer to the end. And again, it was tough at times, don't get me wrong. It's been tough, for sure. It is far from an easy Platinum. It is an extremely rare Platinum as well. Like, once I get this Platinum, it's a sub 0.8%. It's going to be my second rarest Platinum. Behind Far Cry 2. Which I suspect that Far Cry 2 is going to go up in percentage. After that server shutdown scared the living hell out of everybody. And then they all started, everyone went back and cleaned it up as soon as they brought the servers back online. Like, as soon as they brought the servers back online, it was just a giant bum rush of everyone to go play it. But I'm still surprised that, you know, they're shutting down the servers for Far Cry 3, and, like, pretty much all of the PS3 games that Ubisoft has are getting shut down. with the exception of Far Cry 2, for some reason. Oh yeah, I wouldn't touch that Dead Grandmother game. I say I wouldn't touch it either, but, I mean, if it gave me a free code for it, I would play it. Just because I don't turn down free shit. Let's be honest here. I'll play about anything if I get it for free. Oh, I got a kill there. Crap. Okay. So that's going to make things, my count a little bit off. Let's go get some ammo. Did he make the White Boys with that? He couldn't have made the White Boys with that Attitude game. I don't think he did. Did he? If he did, I guess it wouldn't be the most surprising thing in the world. But I watched Bad Driver's video of the game. It's about as bad as you'd expect it to be. I mean, yeah, if he gave me a copy for free, I would play it. I'd probably stream it. I'd insult it the whole way through. But I would play it if I got it for free. Because again, I don't turn down free stuff. We're in a recession right now. I'm not going to turn down free stuff. Okay, so yeah, this gun's not bad. It's not amazing, but it's not bad. Definitely better than some of the SMGs or that XR2. But the XR2 also didn't need 650 or 550 kills. And I also had attachments for it that I don't have for this one. Shield up. Man, they are spawning like crazy, though. And I am not against that. Because that is definitely speeding up the process a little bit. Hey, Lan. How's the Black Ops 3 grind? It's not awful. I've done worse than this, I think. GTA 5 probably took longer than this. But we have 16 guns left. And like 10 challenges. A couple of the challenges are pretty close to being done. Some of them are barely done at all. I think the challenges are more heavily going to have to be grinded out in life than this, because a lot of them are focused on killing robots, or at least a couple of them are. Alright, we're at 208. We need 550 with this gun. It's not going quite as fast as the last one. You know, you would think getting shot in the head would be an instant kill. That's something I gotta ask. Like, why is shooting an enemy in the head not an instant kill in this game? It is in Modern Warfare 2019, from what I remember. I mean, maybe not in the multiplayer, but in the campaign it is. So, like, why is it not an instant kill in this game's campaign? And that would make life so much easier if it would just instant kill them. Because I know that there's an attachment you can put on that makes it more powerful for headshots. But it shouldn't need to be. A headshot is a headshot. It's supposed to kill something instantly. Get rid of the grenade. And I can kind of understand it in the multiplayer. Because it's the multiplayer and they play by different rules in that. But what have you guys in the comments been up to? What you guys been doing, playing, watching, all that stuff? What you been up to? God, this is definitely more enemies. This definitely feels like more enemies than when I was using the SMG. When I was using the SMG, the spawns were a lot slower. I have recently been watching, believe it or not, one of the best shows ever made, Live PD, got basically rebooted on the channel Reels. Because for those who don't know, it was a show that ran from like 2018 to 2020. It was the most popular show on television. It was legitimately like the most popular show on cable. Where it followed a group of police officers across the country in like 8 different counties and showed their interactions with random people. And it was the best show ever because it's just so crazy. The people and just the situations they get into. And it's so much fun to watch. And unfortunately, it got canceled in 2020 at a certain time of the year that we won't mention here because it'll probably get me in trouble with YouTube's community guidelines at this point. But they rebooted it. They brought it back. It's the exact same cast. It's most of the same places. They've changed up a few of the places. Like, they still have Nye County, Nevada. They still have 2 areas of South Carolina. Like, South Carolina is, I think, the most featured area. And it's honestly hilarious because it doesn't even surprise me given where they are in South Carolina. To where I can only laugh at it. Oh, that's not good. I didn't mean to kill anyone with that. Like, one of them is Richland County, South Carolina, which is Columbia. It's our state capital. It's the shithole of South Carolina. Partially because it's full of South Carolina Gamecock fans, and they make constant appearances on the show, which is even more hilarious. Up here in the upstate, things are a lot better. We have a few issues, but for the most part, it's pretty good here. They have Richland County, and they have Berkeley County, which is near Charleston. It's just the trash of South Carolina is on the show constantly. Both the white and black trash of South Carolina is on the show. And it's hilarious. Absolutely love it. Glad that it came back. It's so much fun. I'm also rewatching a series of unfortunate events on Netflix because I got bored at some point and decided to start rewatching it. I really need to find other stuff to watch on Netflix. Because I know that we're getting a 2nd season of Alice in Borderlands that comes out, I think, at the end of this year. First season was really good because back when I think it was actually back when I had COVID for the 2nd time, was when I went back and rewatched it. Or, no, watched all of Alice in Borderlands, excuse me. And it was great. Can't wait for the 2nd season where they're gonna go for the face cards. I think it's not one of the mangas that's still going. It's not like, you know, Pokemon or One Piece or Kaiji or any of the others that are still going. That one has a definitive end to it, so I think. I could be wrong, but I think it does. But yeah, it got rebooted. GTA will be a fun one. Oh boy, I'm not looking forward to GTA 5. I will say that right now. That is not going to be a fun time. I mean, I don't mind the heist DLC, like the standard heist DLC. I don't mind that. Because those are some of the more unique, fun activities in the game, and you just have to complete them all once. And I need like 5 more Platinum Awards or something to be done. So I'm not worried about that DLC. That one's going to be fine, and it's probably going to be pretty fun. It's the Doomsday Heist DLC. Because the Doomsday Heist is the length in total of the other heists combined. The entirety of the Doomsday Heist is equivalent to all the other heists combined. And even that isn't the end of the world. The problem is the Criminal Mastermind and Elite challenges. Because I am scared to attempt those. I know that there are minor exploits available to make a few things easier. I can safely say that is not something I'm looking forward to. 447, so we need to get about 552 kills for safety. Gonna get a little bit over the necessary. Okay, let's go get ammo. We're getting close with this gun. Only need less than another 100 kills and we'll be done with it. That'll be good. Worst GTA game. Only ones I've played were 5 and San Andreas. I own 3. The original version of 3, not the one from the trilogy. I've never played 4 or Vice City. I really haven't played that many of the GTA games in general. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love 5. 5 is fun to play. At least in the campaign it is, the single player. I don't like the multiplayer, because it's so full of pay-to-win garbage, but... away from that grenade. That grenade would still hurt you from that far away because you're still standing within like 20 feet of it. Just saying. Get the ammo. Oh yeah, Nickelodeon has been playing the Sonic movie, the first Sonic movie, non-stop. So I'm getting chances to rewatch that. Great movie. One of the best video game adaptations we've had. Quite possibly the best video game adaptation we've had, honestly. And the second movie's even better, actually. Probably my second favorite movie of the year, if I had to guess. Of course, it's behind Top Gun Maverick. Top Gun Maverick was the best movie I have seen, probably in the pandemic era. Damn it! Keep killing people with the grenades. I mean, if we're off by a few kills, it's fine because we can always grind out a few kills toward the end of the game, or toward the end of all this. I'd like to have them all done, if possible. Alright, we're close to 550. Third Sonic movie? That was close to being death. Bad time to look at comments. I will certainly see the third Sonic movie when it comes out, but it's not due out till like 2024, right? Alright, 2 more kills will easily be enough. Alright. We're done with this gun. The ICR is done. Another gun out of the way. Awesome. So let me go ahead and plant the spikes and get us a checkpoint. This section was actually pretty tough on realistic just because they one-shot you. Yeah, I will definitely see the third one when it comes out. I'm excited for it because the second one was great. Love the second one. And the first one. First one was good too. Can't complain. Let's take like a 30-second break here to have a drink. Hey, Sweet Plays. You got your Saints Row 3 Platinum. Very nice. Saints Row 4 is entirely filler. You are correct. That is entirely a filler game. Because you can finish every single thing in that game. Every single trophy except for the 40-hour trophy. You can finish every single thing in the base game and DLC in 28 to 29 hours. Which is stupid that they make you play for 40. 30 hours I could have understood. Because that would just be AFKing for like 1 hour at the end, which is, it is what it is. That's easy. But yeah, it's too much filler. Alright, so we're at 560 prior to this. I gotta do some quick math here. So 560. We need 650 with this. 1210. So we need to get to 1210. And we'll be done with this firearm. I keep calling them firearms. I have no idea why I keep saying firearm. So 1210. That is our magic number for the HVK. This one's not too bad. These are at least better than the SMGs and they do more damage. Come on, respawn already. You gotta spawn a little bit faster than this. I want to get through more guns tonight. I want to get through at least 2 more guns tonight, or a challenge, at least. Something. The more we can get through, the better. They have slowed down significantly. I guess maybe my guys have fallen back, so they're killing fewer enemies, so fewer of them are spawning? Is that what's happening? Or is it because they're all spawning on the other side of the map? There's hardly anything over here anymore. Because we're getting a few enemies coming over from there. There we go. Now they're spawning again. Random dry spell. That's fine. Not a big deal. This gun reloads a little bit faster than the ICR does. 630. We need almost 600 more kills. What a stupid grind, if we're being completely honest. As all this is such a stupid grind. It did not have to be this intense. I mean, what's wrong with making 500 kills the max? I mean, even if it was 500 kills, that would cut out a few hours. And that would make sense, because that is a nice round number, 500. 650 is just kind of random. And, you know, 100 for every secondary weapon. That would have been perfect. 100 for secondaries, 500 for primaries. That would cut down on time quite a bit. But no, you had to put in 650 kills for every single primary weapon. And 150 kills for every handgun. And another 300 for every rocket launcher. For some reason. Thankfully, not every handgun and rocket launcher has challenges. The Annihilator and the War Machine don't, which is nice. They're slowing down a little bit. Why are they slowing down? Come on, this seems like the most efficient method for boosting this, or grinding this. I don't know if the life checkpoints or spawns are better. I mean, yes, you can go and get more revives if you go down, which is nice. But I can't imagine that method is any faster than this. Or better in any way. I can't imagine that. I just don't see it. I'm surprised we have this many viewers in here. This is not exactly the most interesting thing. I guess, though, people are interested in seeing, you know, a very difficult platinum coming closer to beat. What the fuck happened to his body? Why did it go jump? I guess maybe people are interested in the fact that this can be a very casual, I can talk to people during it kind of stream. Not really trying to beat anything, just trying to get kills, you know? Just doing straight-up kill grind. Nothing but a simple grind. It is nice and casual, which is cool, because, you know, last few streams have been, you know, trying to finish the entirety of a Destroy All Humans game in preparation for a remake or remaster. Which I cannot wait for Reprobe to come out. Again, as soon as my copy gets here, which will depend on the mail and THQ Nordic actually sending it on time. But as soon as it gets here, I'll be streaming that like pretty much every day. And going for the 100% of trophies in it. Cannot wait. I will be streaming the entirety of that platinum run. Probably the entirety of a 100% run of the game. The only thing I'm a little bit worried about is that they're putting in mission-specific challenges again, which was not something I was happy about with Destroy All Humans 1. Now, the good thing is there's no standard challenges the way there was in Destroy All Humans 1. There's no, you know, abduction, race, etc. type of challenges, which is great. That's going to make things easier. And the collectibles are fine because there's collectible detectors. And if they're in the same place as the original version of the game, then I can follow one of my several playthroughs of the game for it. So that's not a problem. It's just the campaign challenges, like the mission-specific ones, that I'm a little more concerned about. PS5 version of Saints Row 3, I need to do that at some point. I think it's actually somewhat of an auto-pop. Like, most of it auto-pops, but not all of it. But I might actually just play through it again for fun. Well, I don't know. It depends on how much time I have to do it. Have I done the Black Cell? I have not done the Black Cell, and that's the one I'm worried about. Because I'm not entirely sure how you grind kills with something that locks on only. It's not like the XM8, or whatever that one's called, the XM53. I don't know why I call it the XM8. Oh, there we go. That's a nice big spawn. Come on. Spawn in these big numbers. I like that. I like that a lot. Except for when they almost kill me with a grenade. There we go. Now we got some spawns. So I guess I just have to let a few of them through, honestly. So yeah, next up we might go to the final mission of the story and work on one of the challenges, or the challenges, the campaign challenges, more so than the kills, or actually a couple of the campaign challenges, because a couple of them we only need like 80 more uses or hits on each of them. For the Chaos and Control Cyber Cores. The Marshal Cyber Cores, we are a long way away from being done with. You may not drop a grenade there. You may not martyrdom. Martyrdom is not okay. It is one of the most hated perks in Call of Duty history. Maybe the most hated, or close to it. I just know one-man army, danger close, pro, noob tubing with commando and stuff like that, but, well, no, you couldn't use commando with that because you'd be using one-man army. Let's heal for a second. As a PS3 version of this Platinum, a few people have it. It's rare. It's one of the rarest Call of Duties. For a very good reason. And I mean, like I was talking about sort of earlier in the stream, me and the boosting guys have mentioned it a few times as being a possibility. It's just there's too much uncertainty with if it can be boosted or not, and if so, what can be boosted. And even so, even if it could be 100% boosted by like 6 people, it's still an 80-hour Platinum. It's like 80 hours of boosting. Plus the game runs like absolute shit on the PS3. And Ghost has a bunch of consoles, so if we needed a lot of people, we could always have that option, but I don't know, man. It's just, it's a lot of time to sink into one game. But it would be a pretty awesome Platinum to have. To say that you did Black Ops 3 on the PS3. Like, if you're trying to do every single Call of Duty game, because technically, yes, I can still do every Call of Duty game. Because I have the unobtainable one. Yeah, because I have the unobtainable one. That being Black Ops 2. And I'm sure I could get a copy of Declassified in all the other games as well if I really wanted to. It might be a bit expensive, but I could certainly get copies of them. That wouldn't be that much of a problem. This is good, though. They're starting to spawn faster again, which is what we want. We want faster spawns. We're almost 900. So once we get done with this gun, We might jump over to the final mission and also work on some of the challenges there. Just because we can. Because why not? Because we gotta finish like 8 more challenges anyway, so we might as well make a little progress on them on screen. The good thing is we're actually getting ammo from this by just standing here. So we're almost 900, and we need 1,210 by my count. That sounds like a Talon trying to kill me. And we need 1,210. So about another 300. I am just very glad that, at the very least, since they put in this kind of a bullshit requirement in the game to do this many kills, at least they were kind enough to put in areas that infinitely respawn enemies. Though, if they were really kind, they would have put a mobile armory here, so you could knock out 10 guns per run instead of 2. Because then you could have 5 different classes with different weapons with overkill, so you can knock it out a lot faster without having to watch the intro cutscene for this mission that's basically just a walking simulator for 10 minutes. Up to 925. And it's one of those times where it's a grind. You don't know why they put it in the game, why they felt this was necessary. Because is there really any, like, skill involved with getting 650 kills versus 100 kills with each weapon in the campaign? I mean, I guess the trophy itself and the platinum would be more common. Maybe they were trying to cater to some trophy and achievement hunters out there by making a more difficult or at least a very time-consuming platinum. Maybe. Which, speaking of 100%, I do need to do all of these Zombies DLC. Once I get back from Texas, I will look into a group on PSN Profiles and see if I can find people that know the Easter eggs and stuff and can carry me through it. Because I know nothing of the maps in this game. Like, I know Black Ops 1 and 2, as well as World at War. I know those maps very, very well. I know all their stuff very well. I know the first couple maps of Infinite Warfare, but not all of them. I know, I would say, all the maps of Advanced Warfare. But I know very little of this game in particular, or Black Ops 4. $950. But that will be a very nice 100% to eventually have, because this game's 100% is a sub 0.2. So it's less than 0.2% of all players have obtained every trophy in the game. Which is going to be pretty impressive to have done. That'll be, I think, by far my rarest 100%. I don't know what that body was doing. You're in Saudi Arabia right now. It's really crowded. Never been to the Middle East at all. I haven't been streaming a lot lately. Yeah, I didn't get to stream last weekend because my parents were here. I would have streamed. but I didn't get the chance to because they were here. And we're watching that live PD reboot, but I would have preferred to have streamed. And I'm also sad because I'm probably not going to get to stream this next week at all. This is a very high likelihood that next Saturday I'm going to go home. Because I think Lizard Guy's home this week. And I can't skip out on the trip to Texas, unfortunately. I would have happily taken a few days off to be able to do so, but I can't. Because I have the PTO. That's not the problem. I have the time to take off if I wanted to for that. But this is not something I can miss. But I might be going home next Saturday just to hang out with him while he's still home. Maybe. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to. Because it'd be one night and I probably wouldn't have my gaming stuff with me anyway. I guess he'll have his Switch, so I guess that's a possibility. So there's a very real chance there won't be any streams next week. But yeah, that was my reasoning for last week. And I don't usually stream during the week because I get pretty tired from work. More than anything, honestly, driving to and from work is sometimes the most tiring part. Because it's a half-hour drive each way, which is nowhere near as bad as it was when I started, when I was driving an hour. A little over an hour each way. But I hate to drive, and I don't speed that much like any craziness, so that at least tires me out a little bit. Well, work can be a little bit tiring sometimes. Medical field right now is very much a minefield, I guess you could say, to navigate. I'm sad to report I don't have any crazy new stories right now. I wish I did, because the stories I get are like one of the best parts of the job. Is just the stupid shit that happens in this field. Is just honestly kind of insane at times, and it's stuff that is so unbelievable it shouldn't be possible, but it is. Ever since things like the spanking story, I don't think anything can beat that. That'll probably forever be the greatest thing that I ever saw happen. I honestly don't think anything will ever beat that one. I don't even think half of the nurses that I work with now could beat that one. I'm sure some of them could, though. Some of the ones that have been in the profession long enough might be able to beat that one. About the funniest two things that have happened since I've been in this job have been someone shit in their drug test instead of pissing in it. Or did both. Actually, they did both. And there was another time where someone got arrested for drunk driving in our parking lot, but that had nothing to do with medical field. That was just someone in the town driving drunk and getting arrested for it in our parking lot because they pulled over there, which is pretty damn funny. Don't get me wrong. That was pretty hilarious. That gave everyone, even in the waiting room, a laugh. Yeah, no crazy stories recently. There's just drama, though. There's constantly, we have the like, nurses and MAs and X-ray tech and all that kind of stuff. They'll come in and talk to us just to vent on, oh, so-and-so's a bitch, so-and-so's a terrible person, they made me cry, they're not doing their job, etc., etc., etc. And I feel slightly out of the loop because I'm the only guy. So I feel worried about being literally the only guy that this company has. Because it always concerns me that, you know, is me listening to this stuff ever going to get me in trouble for sexual harassment or something? Because that's the world we live in now. Even if I don't do anything, even if I don't say anything, even if I'm just sitting there listening, you know, there are risks that I get in trouble because I'm literally the only guy. $1,100. We're getting closer. We need about a little over 100 more. Yeah, unfortunately, no crazy news stories, just workplace drama. People getting into arguments, making each other cry, because that does happen, apparently. You know all the Easter eggs, you only need a trophy on Revelations. Nice, nice. $11.30, less than 100 to go. You would think that they could at least give you a gold trophy for each individual part of Personal Decorator. Except maybe the 2,000 kills one, I can understand that one not getting its own trophy because that's super easy. You're going to get that within, you know, 3 to 4 guns of farming. You're going to get that within a playthrough of the game, nearly. Because this game is crazy about, like, just the number of enemies it has. This is one of those games that just throws a lot of enemies at you at once. Dang, they're doing some damage. Let's hide. Hide, hide, hide. Hide, hide, hide. Hide, hide, hide. Hide, 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 hide. Those bullets didn't kill him. Those bullets were killed, though. About another 60 kills. Less than that. This is good, this is good. We getting close. Alright, where are you at? Where are you at? When it's 1 or 2 enemies, it's super easy to get headshots on them. Oh, nope. No grenade today. This is good, though. This is good. Making progress. We're about to have another gun done. Alright, almost to 1,200, so we need a little over 1,200. We need like 1,210 to 1,215. We'll go with 1,215 just to get some insurance. So we need 16 more kills. Almost done. Over 1,200. Nice. Got a little close for comfort. Alright, let's get 5 more kills, and then we can finish off this objective and guarantee a checkpoint. One more. You know what, we'll get one more while we're planting. That's fine. So we're going to have 2 more guns done here, which is awesome. Because everything we finish is good. Every single thing we can get is a plus.
One more. This is it. Last one.
NRC reinforcements inbound. ETA 1 minute.
Alright. Let's go do it. Last one. Okay, that's well over 1,200. Bad raps. Again, those were literally the bane of my existence during previous runs. Was these stupid fucking rap systems. Like, they killed me several times on veteran.
Brace for impact. Javelin missiles inbound.
Incoming!
So, you're gonna tell me that javelins are still being used this far into the future? I don't know, that kind of surprises me, because I feel like technology would have advanced by that point, to where even the javelin would be obsolete, and that's a pretty advanced piece of technology at this point.
Kane, feels a lot like they're trying to keep us away from the station.
Alright,
Why would that be?
let's save and quit. Let's go back to the safe house, and let's see what our progress is. We should have 2 more guns completed, which is great progress for tonight. But I think we're going to try out the life mission next. I kind of want to switch it up a little bit, try a slightly different mission. Back to the safe house. Let's see what kind of progress we is making.
The prevalence of drones and combat robots has significantly
I'm gonna need to go pee soon.
on human infantry.
As I said before, we have no further comment to make at this time. We will continue to explore...
By the way, this game still has one of the stupidest stories in Call of Duty history. And that's pretty damn impressive. Given things like ghosts in there, that's pretty damn impressive. Because everything through Modern Warfare 3 was great. Then you had ghosts, which sucked. Advanced Warfare sucks more now because of, you know, Kevin Spacey. And the fact that it is Kevin Spacey. Infinite Warfare was fine, but this game sucked. That's done. Okay, we got them both done. Awesome. And then World War II was not exactly a good time. Black Ops 4 didn't even have a campaign. Okay, next up, we have the Man-O-War, which I have never used, I don't believe. Yep, 0 kills. Fun. So let's give it some attachments. Extended mag, laser sight, grip, and stock. Thankfully, our secondary isn't as bad. It's the Shiva, which I'm about halfway done with. As you can see here, we only need about another 303 kills. Wait, is that correct? No, wait, I'm wrong. About 325 kills. Okay, that's not that bad, though. That's a little more tolerable. Only another 325 kills with the Shiva. This gun's not that bad. Let's give it rapid fire, because why not? So the Man-O-War and the Shiva. That's our next two guns.
One of my favorite
But
places.
we're going to load into the final mission of the game.
We've got an appointment with our new
And we're going to try farming a couple of things here.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to go take another look at the challenges real
This is
quick.
their safe house.
Because we have like 9 of these left. Yeah, it's exactly 9 of them. So we have to use Control and Chaos a good bit. Control and Chaos. Rapid Strikes. I still need to look that one up. Electrostatic Discharge, I need to look that one up as well. Overwhelming Force and Ravage Core. Okay.
Glad you remember.
So we might try to use our Control Cyber Core here, or our Chaos Cyber Core. One or the other. We'll use one of them here, though.
They're always watching Hendrix, you should know that. I think you're just getting grumpier with me.
See if we can make a little bit of progress on one of them. Gotta go? Alright, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for stopping by, Mark. The grind is not the worst thing in the world. It's boring, don't get me wrong, it is boring, it is time consuming, but there's worse things in the world than this.
For all the good we do, I just can't see things in simple black and white anymore. There has to be another way.
Again, this game's story is so far beyond idiotic. I don't get it. So we're going to use the Man-O-War and the Shiva here. And we're going to try a couple of things here.
All systems citywide, military and civilian, are in total meltdown. We've got cars crashing.
Zero, you watching the stream? If so, then you are very much correct. Except that I would hardly call it hype, I'd call it torture. Would be the proper wording.
What does it want?
Alright, so Chaos is against human enemies. We don't really... Chaos is no good. Let's use Control. Control is gonna actually do stuff in this level. Control actually serves a purpose in this level because it's almost entirely robots. I'm not even gonna keep significant track of things. I just want to test a couple things on this mission. Was that for your next PS3, Ghost? 215? If so, that's not bad, but I feel like when I bought my second PS3, which was a slimmer version, I don't think I paid even that much. I think I paid less than 200. Oh, fuck. They are considering Black Ops 3. Damn it, I might have to consider it now. I might have to consider it now. My brain is busted right now. I may have to end up considering it. If they're gonna do it and be reliable and know what to do, I might just have to consider it. Oh, hello! What the fuck? How did I end up here? How did that even happen? Weird ass bug in the game? I don't fucking know. At this point, we're on to the easy but grindy stuff. It's time to just enjoy the stupidity of this game and just see what happens. Hey, grenade! No! No, 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 no! Grenade, you may go off now.
We have to stop him before he tears Zurich apart.
It's like, I don't know if for this, if we have to actually kill them with the ability, or if we just have to hit them with the ability is the question. Because the game isn't very specific about that. I would think maybe it's killing them with the ability. We're going to grind out like 500 kills here, just see what happens, and see what it tracks as. This one's more of an experiment, just to see what ends up happening with the tracking.
I knew Hendricks was out of control. We should have stopped him.
We will stop him, Kane. That's the only thing that matters.
Once he's dealt with, what about you?
Because it says we just have to use it.
And I will.
We had eyes on target. Right before he puts the place in security lockdown.
Okay, so we gotta kill this thing. We gotta kill the
No
walker.
one can get in or out.
There's a couple of them here. Okay, so that's 2 hits. Third hit. One more after this. And got it. Dang, he launched a lot of missiles. Okay, so what we want to do now is apparently there are places where the robots spawn infinitely. I don't know if it's on the side or not. Because they spawn infinitely here no matter what. That's the thing, is they're infinite here. It must not be on this side of the map then, because those are not infinite spawns. Let's go to the other side and see what happens, because I never really go to the left side of this map. No. That looks bad. That's 2 of them at once. Those are prawns, right? Or crawlers, whatever they're called. Huh. Because at least one of the videos showed there being a way to infinitely, really quickly spawn the enemies. Obviously the enemies here are infinite. That's not the problem. It's that the guide showed them spawning very rapidly one after another. Like, infinitely within one of their spawning pods. And that doesn't seem to be appearing here. Let's just keep using the control cyber core for a while and see if we can do anything with it. You know, let's at least try to get to that number that we need. I mean, I wonder if I have to use it against that kind of stuff. Like I said, like, I don't see where the exact infinite perfect spawning is that I saw in videos where they just instantly reappear from one of the spawners. I'm not seeing that. I could be blind, but I'm not seeing it. And we're giving this one a try just to change things up a little bit. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it's fine. We have plenty of other options. Just keep using the controlling abilities. Alternating that with the man-o-war usage and we'll be fine. This will make progress regardless. Oh, hello, drones. And we're getting kills, so it's okay. Not as fast as the other method, but we're getting kills. Oh, hello! You scared me. Because it just says to use it against enemies. You don't have to kill them. And we're getting kills with the man-o-war. Saints Row Gat Out of Hell. Gat Out of Hell is probably the easiest. Or at the very least, it's the shortest. Because it's like Saints Row 4, but way shorter. Like, you can do that platinum. Everything except for the 20 hours. You can do in, like, 13 hours or something. From what I remember. So, it's pretty easy. Knock out whatever I can there. I have no idea if this is actually going to work. I mean, it's spawning robots infinitely, but honestly, that's not the best strategy because the robots are harder to kill.
It's not too late to stop it.
Because I can kill the Talons go down instantly.
You know me.
But I can't imagine this is the best method, right? Unless I'm just supposed to keep hitting the Talons, maybe? I suppose that's a possibility. I don't know. Because I can kill 3 Talons at once every time I launch it, so it seems like that's helping. And we're getting kills with the Man-o-War, which is great as well. Like, this is killing them every time. It's killing 3 of them every time I deploy it. But again, I don't know if you have to kill them or if you just have to affect them with it. And I'd also love to know why because the guide had, like, a spawn here that would have infinite enemies. But I'm not seeing it. Maybe I'm just dumb, but I'm not seeing it. It's possible it was patched. It's entirely possible it was patched. PS5 version of Saints Row 3, at some point I will, for sure. How's the grind going? It's going good. We finished 4 weapons tonight so far. We're going to finish at least 2 more. We finished at least 4 weapons so far tonight, so it's going good. And we're making a little bit of challenge progress. I feel like challenges are one of those things they're going to have to be dedicated to on a certain stream in the future. Go ahead and hit big boy here. The enemies are more aggressive on this side, though. I can say that. At least in terms of, like, talents and stuff are definitely more aggressive over here. These kills have got to count for something, right? I assume they do? Gonna do the PS5 version of the future. Yeah, the vehicle thefts are definitely one of the tougher parts. And is that the one that's missable, or am I thinking of a different part? No, it's the vehicle thefts. That's the one that's missable. Because there's one vehicle that doesn't spawn once you complete the main story. Okay, at least let's get through this section of the mission. We've got to be making progress, right? So we've hit the big guy 3 times. We've got to be making progress on our kills, right? I mean, if you can just keep killing these little Talon guys, that does make certain things easier. Keep doing that, maybe it's good. Did I do enough damage? I did not. Normally I'd be using the Draken here. Come on, lock onto the big guy. Oh, we got him. I don't think that's how that was supposed to be done, but we got him. Act 1 one way and the other way is missable. Yep. I can't remember about the challenges, but you are correct on that one. But thankfully, if you make a backup save, it's not too bad. Oh, maybe they only spawn now. Like, I'm killing like 4 of them every time I activate this thing. Yeah, definitely at least one of the vehicles is missable. I mean, this seems to be kind of working. Okay, but there are enemies spawning closer to me. Because that screwed me over multiple times on Veteran. But obviously, now that we're on Recruit, it's not as big of a threat. Take out the Wraith. Damn, some of these robots are a little bit ruthless tonight. I mean, at minimum, we're getting some kills, but I'm not entirely sure if we're making all that much progress on the challenge that I was more concerned about doing tonight. If I have to do the challenges on my own, that's fine. It doesn't matter. We gotta do all this stuff eventually anyway. And this is not a bad place at all to farm everything. Because it's infinitely respawning enemies. And the Talons die in 1 hit. If there weren't ASPs, or whatever these things are called, it would be a little bit more tolerable. These guys are the biggest problem because everything seems to keep respawning. It does keep respawning. So we can kill with that. Don't care about the Wraith. So the ASPs just respawn infinitely. Actually, no, those aren't ASPs. Those are Paul's systems or something. Watch my platinum unlock for it before you continue the story. That's probably a good idea. That gives you an idea of what to expect. We gotta be getting close to being done with this hitting people with the control core, right? We've gotten a fair number of kills with the mana war. But it's all these robots that keep spawning. Not even the robots, the walker type guys. We gotta be getting close on this. We gotta be. I mean, have we not used this on 80 people yet? Oh, I wonder. Is this where I'm supposed to stand in front of? I think it is. This is what I was supposed to be doing. Oh, now this is a nice spawn trap. Okay, so that is an interesting thing to note, that you can do it here. Just reload after pretty much every other kill. Okay, that's good to know. Saints Row 4, yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan of Saints Row 4 either. It was okay, but it certainly wasn't as good as 3. Can't wait for the Saints Row 1 remaster, though, because we're getting that, like, soon, like, within the next week. I hope it's going to be good for the sake of the franchise. Hello, robot. This is not a bad way to grind. Except for the lack of ammo. This must be what the guide suggested. I can't get ammo from them, which is good. I'm not really sure if this is a faster method, though. Because, I mean, the other mission, yeah, it has the intro sequence that requires you to get to it. But I can't tell if this is really any faster, because, honestly, I mean, it takes a little while to get here as well. And you're not getting that high of a rate of kills. It's good for the particular challenges for killing robots and all. That's fine. It's good for those. I wouldn't necessarily say it's good for standard weapon skills. This is not a bad method for grinding it. It's actually probably an easier method than some of the others. So this is not a bad method. I feel like it could be better. Like, I honestly kind of feel like the method we had before is a little bit better, a little bit more consistent. Oh, shit. Wow, okay. Hey, Invisible. Glad to hear you here. Yep, Saints Row 3. Saints Row 3 was a great game. Let me go back and get another healing item. Whoa, 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 game. Don't be doing that to me. Don't be doing that to me. Challenges, yeah, I mean, some of the challenges were definitely a bit annoying. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and run up to the end point of this and just see what progress we made. I want to see what tracks and what doesn't for this before we think about doing this mission again. I want to see exactly how things track.
You still with me, Kane?
I'm still with you.
Oh, they got inside. Oh, that's not happened before. Well, we got some man-of-war kills, so it's okay.
This is the heart of Coalescence operations. Everything they do is controlled from here.
Yeah, I want to see how this
It's
tracks.
connected to central mainframe. There is no telling how.
Is the final mission... I don't like the final mission for this, but it might be helpful for the boosting. Hi, H. Get Out of Hell had over 100 challenges. It did? I think you're right. I just don't really remember it because it's been years and years since I played that. Alright guys, I gotta use the bathroom real quick. I'll be back in like 2 minutes and we'll continue on with this. I just want to see what our progress was from doing that mission that way. Alright, I'm back. Much better. Had to pee very badly. Hey, Ms. Bull, I have been doing quite well. Hope you've been doing well as well.
Increasing prevalence of drones and combat robots has significantly reduced the reliance on human infantry.
Train Down was a lot of fun to watch. I'm glad you did that. Hell, it did really well in terms of views, too, I saw.
At this time, we will continue to explore avenues of diplomatic negotiations.
These random, you know, old school hidden gem games can do well. You never know.
We are coordinating closely with our
Alright. I need to check my challenges and my kills and see where we are. Oh, we're done with Control Cybercore. Okay. So that worked. So that's another challenge done. So we have 8 left. So Marshall, we are a long way away from being done with. Same with Chaos, but they're both human-based. The Rapid Melee Strikes, Inferno, Electrostatic Discharge, Overwhelming Force. Overwhelming Force might not be a bad one to start working on. Yeah, Overwhelming Force wouldn't be a bad thing to start working on.
Hey, Hendrix. Where are we again?
Alright, let's see where we are on our weapon. Ugh, not even close. Okay, so let's see. We need 480 kills? Is that right? Yeah, 480. Okay, let me adjust that. So 480-ish more kills with the Man of War. But we can put better attachments on it now, which is good. We don't care about any of those. But let's put some better attachments on it. Instead of the grip, let's give it FMJ. Let's give it rapid fire. And the Shiva, I didn't get any kills with, I don't think, so we still need about 325 kills with it. Okay, that's fine.
Singapore, one of my favorite places, apart from all the ones I actually like. We've got an appointment with our new LNO inside the quarantine zone.
Okay, let's head back here. Let's try to get some Marshall Cybercore stuff.
Glad you remember.
Because we really haven't done anything with that. I want to see what I can get with the Marshall Cybercore. Because we need Overwhelming Force is the first thing we need. We need to get at least 18 kills with that to up it to the next level. We also need to get Rapid Strike follow-ups. And then just kills with our weapons. Last of Us Part 1 seems like a scam. I don't know. I mean, I guess they're upping the graphics and everything. I mean, it's not my particular favorite franchise. You're getting close to platinum in the game. Nice.
Unknown. Dr. Celine, however, is alive and well in Cairo.
50 accolades left. Accolades take a while, though. I mean, they probably don't take as long as what I'm currently working on. Because this stuff definitely takes a while, but I don't know. Oh, speaking of stream stuff, my Paw Patrol stream got copyrighted. Some random thing copyrighted it. So I'm disputing that currently. They decided to dispute it, probably because it was growing in viewership. And they just thought they could bully a smaller channel. It's not even the people that created the game, which is hilarious.
Hey.
$70 for the remake.
Yeah.
And yeah, because I mean, that's true, because the remaster, at least the remaster has multiplayer, so it has more content to it. Because presumably this remake is only going to be the base game, and I'm going to assume it also has Left Behind, which was a really good DLC.
Taylor released helped the NRC
But yeah, without
strategically
multiplayer,
the Egyptian military defenses.
even just fully remaking it, I don't know if it'll be worth
They are
more than
gaining
50.
territory fast.
Especially given that people are still waiting for factions for Last of Us 2.
Kyra's on the brink of
Because
total
Last of Us 2 was supposed to have a factions mode, and it still hasn't come across after over a year.
And gives us something useful.
You will. You don't hide out in Cairo unless you're really trying to run away from something.
But I mean, that's never going to be anywhere near a day one for me because, yeah, I liked the original Last of Us, but Naughty Dog is not really my favorite developer out there. Let it be controversial, but they're not really my favorite developer in the world. I think they made some great games, they just aren't always the kind of game that I want to play.
Drones, robots, munitions, anything.
They had a police dog and they hate the police, and that's why they got it copyrighted. Yeah? I don't know. You might not be wrong. But no, it was just 2 random clips from the game. It's just people abusing the YouTube copywriting system, in all honesty. It's been going on for forever. It's happened to me before. This is the first time I've had a dispute in like over a year, though.
Lucky to secure Dr. Salim before the NRC.
Because usually, if it's just usually it's just audio stuff that I can get cut out of the video and fix it quickly. That's usually what it is. But this is like actual full sections of the video. They're basically, and here's what doesn't make sense. One of them is basically a cutscene, and the other one is just straight up gameplay. But it's very clearly not stolen gameplay or anything, and the cutscene is just a cutscene. It falls under fair use. And that's what I said in the dispute. Just someone trying to make a quick buck, you know? Trying to steal my hard-earned revenue. My very minimal hard-earned revenue.
Directed energy air defense systems must protect all major military, civilian, and industrial targets in allied nations.
Because obviously, YouTube is not my full-time career. But it'd be cool if it got to that point someday. So I want to get at least a few kills with overwhelming force here.
But you can still connect to our local systems. The doctor is being held in our interrogation space.
Thank you for your cooperation, Lieutenant. Appreciate it.
Okay, let me through the door, please. Thank you. ScrewTube instead of YouTube. Yeah, there's times where it feels that way.
Fuck! Maybe Kane should run a diagnostic.
Listen, if I need a checkup, maybe I'll ask the damn doctor. Kane, what are we dealing with here?
NRC forces are converging across the city. They're converging on key checkpoints around the station. It's an all-out assault.
Let's take it to him.
Alright. So we need a lot of kills with the Man of War. Like we need... Let me take a quick look. Like probably 500. 480. Yeah, pretty close to 500. Oh, I didn't actually mean to use that. That doesn't help us. Okay, so Martial Cyber Core abilities, electrostatic discharge, overwhelming force. So which one is overwhelming force? I think it's this one. I think we're just gonna get some kills and just see what happens, honestly. Oh, that didn't work very well. Okay. That did not work very well at all. We're getting some kills, but that did not work well. We're getting mana war kills, which is good. That didn't even kill him.
All clear. That's the last of them.
Kane,
That was pretty
back to
bad.
the Egyptian Army Command.
MC's 1-1, priority target is NRC convoy, moving on eastern checkpoint. ETA 1 minute. Request all emergency defense...
Literally no way you're ever doing the PS3 version of Saints Row 4. I don't blame ya. It's already not that great of a game. The reason for an Australian stack has to do with censorship, and they released like a different version of it in Australia. Sort of like how they released different versions of Wolfenstein in Germany. That's the reasoning for it.
We have to hurry!
Yeah, it has to do something with censorship.
Get in!
I'm very tempted to order some Marco's Pizza.
Key strategic positions.
Or some Domino's. Oh, they got Papa John's as well.
We're not here to fight your war, Lieutenant. We just want
That one doesn't close for another hour. Papa John's would make the most sense to order. Sorry guys, I kind of want pizza and I want to have pizza frozen for when I get home. Normal cheese, regular sauce, normal cut, normal bake, pizza sauce. I can have some toppings. We're going to go with some pepperoni.
What was your plan, Boy Scout?
The spike launchers were used to
And
demolish
bacon
buildings.
an option
They tried
it
to use it to weaken the tunnel
was.
supports. But that damn wall dropped before we could get the truck into position!
Khalil, shut the hell up. No one cares. We're here to grind kills, not listen to you bitch about the situation.
Kane, search the city archives. Give me the location of those support columns.
You've got to give me time. These systems are down.
Why do I have to give you time? You're a tech nerd. This is literally your job. You're not the one out in the field killing yourself for this cause. You know? You know, Kane? I'm doing all the damn work here.
Detonation confirmed.
Great. What next? Oh, that didn't do anything, did it? I think that failed entirely. You know what, just do some of everything and hope that we make some progress. Man of War isn't bad. I was wondering if that was going to happen. Pizza gives you stomach pain, you don't like it. That's fair. It's going to cause issues with the stomach, so... Or it can. Got it with an order of cheese sticks. I can't believe I'm randomly ordering pizza in the middle of a stream from Papa John's, which I haven't had in a very long time. But I'd also kind of like to have this saved for the future. Good God, that's expensive. $28 for a pizza and cheese sticks. That's slightly ridiculous. Redonkulous. Oh no, it's going to end up being $32 after tip. Damn. That is a lot of money for a freaking pizza. I know, I just think it's funny that I went off of this. You know what? Fine. Order it. I want pizza. That way I have some for when I get back. So I have an option. Because I'm not going to eat the whole thing tonight, for sure. So that'll at least give me an option for when I get back. So I have some food in the freezer for when I get back. So that's my main reason. I know I died, but that's okay. Because... Why is the Shiva out? I want that just because then I will have food here when I get back from Texas. And I won't have to worry about it. I'll have dinner that night. God, they're doing some damage. Alright, let's see if we can grind out some Man-O-War kills, as well as overdrive kills. We're getting some Man-O-War kills, so it's okay. Hide. Get them all. Nice. Triple kill. We know a lot of martial kills, so it's okay. They are preparing my order. It will be here around 11:30. Perfect. Hide again. You're going back to New York in a day. Pizza is cheap there. That's nice. One of my favorite food groups, if you could call it a food group. There we go. Multi-kill. Probably gonna die. That's what I was worried about. I may just have to go ahead and just forward the objective and hope for the best. Because honestly, I'm dying too quickly with this. Let's at least try to get a checkpoint. This grind is so boring. Like, seriously, this grind did not need to exist. It's just here to torture the player. Okay, we got a checkpoint. So, we're at 81 kills. At least we got a checkpoint. Two more. Great. I missed everything. That was bad. I missed everything. Alright, where are you at? Where are you at, enemies? Wow, that is not where I started at. And that didn't even kill him despite hitting him. Such a pointless grind. Such a pointless grind. That didn't do much. And that was terrible. So I'm probably only going to stream until the food gets here, for being honest. That's sort of my cutoff for tonight. This has been a pretty successful stream. Checked anything you made lately? The recent format? Because, I mean, the Thrillville stuff and the Lionel Trainstown stuff I've been watching pretty much entirely of. And I know that you did that, was it a vampire? No, not a vampire. A werewolf game, I believe. I don't know why I was thinking vampire. Because that looks like it's just been, like, you looking at YouTube videos, almost. If I followed them correctly. I may not have followed them correctly. Hide. The old God of War games. I'd like to do some of them. There are certain ones that I would like to do at some point. I just don't know when / if. A couple of them are pretty tough. God, progress is moving slowly here. They're preparing my order still. They'll be here around 11:30, so about 20 minutes. They're easy, that's good. So you're exploring the lore. Oh, well, I will read in a second. Where did the enemies go? So you're exploring the lore of stuff. That's cool, though. Because I'm not particularly familiar with tabletops, either. So that's cool. That's probably not a bad idea just to give everyone the most detail you can for a particular game. They are not spawning like they were. Some of these grinds are just ridiculous, though. It seems like, yes, I am getting kills, but they're slow. This game is just a grind, in all honesty. There's nothing much... Fuck me. No, I don't think you're bothering anyone. I died. That's not good. Okay, maybe we just focus on getting our several hundred more kills while I'm waiting for my food to get here. One thing I can do, though, is use the other cyber cores. I will use these against humans. At least make some progress on it. Any progress I can make is good. Ooh, my dasher is waiting for the order. Okay, hit all three of them at once. Okay, stun both of them. I don't even know where the Papa John's is here in this town. I know where the Pizza Hut is. I know where some of the other things are. 200-hour Saints Row game. Well, I wonder if the new Saints Row might be like that long. I doubt it will be, but I don't know. Never know. It could be. Spend a lot of time watching other content creators. Well, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that because, like, you can learn a lot more about lore, a lot more about the story, all that kind of stuff from doing so. Newest grindy game is Red Dead 2. Ooh, yeah, that is a, that's a grind. That is a definite grind. Great game, but very much a grind. Kill everything we can. Keep making the progress. We're getting kills, so it's good. Kill that group. Stun them. Education versus gameplay. Similar hours spent on the game will never come back. Yeah. I think they will remake the old Black Ops games. It's not impossible. It's entirely a possibility. I could see them doing it. If they can make money off of it, they will. Or they'll consider it. Assassin's Creed Platinums. Glad it's considered respectable, yeah. We're only at 200, come on. I want to get to like 500 and just be done. A person's picking up my order. I'm ready to eat again. Because I'm a fat boy. I like my pizza. And my other good foods. And it's impossible to get DoorDash where I live at home. Because one, I don't know if DoorDash exists, and two, even if it does, they don't deliver as far out as I live at home. Which is why you have to keep lots of things like ramen and pasta around so I can eat it. Cook it and eat it easily. Not like when I lived at the old house where we had, it was easier. Modern Warfare Remaster hard to get. Do you mean Modern Warfare 2019? Or the 2016 remaster. Because Modern Warfare 2019 is super easy. Especially by Call of Duty standards. The other one, the original remaster, it's not terribly hard as long as you can get through the, what's it called, Mile High Club. As long as you can get through that, you're going to be fine. That's by far the hardest part of it. So many grenades. Oh, you have to remaster. Yeah, by far your hardest part for that is going to be Mile High Club. Beating that on Veteran is not an easy time. Though from what I've read, there are exploits in the game that make it easier. I did not do any of them because I didn't know they existed. If I had known that they existed, I probably would have done them. But I didn't know they were a thing. So I didn't get the chance to use them. Alright, we're at nearly 300 kills. They're not spawning as quickly as they did on the previous one. Which is fine. I know it's randomized, but come on, you know, faster spawns are good for us. Especially when we're trying to use our cyber cores. Okay, get him. And then... Ooh, my person is currently on the picking up my order phase. I still love how this has become the main commentary of it, is me narrating my DoorDash driver arriving. God, I wish our local pizza place was open this late. Or it's not even just pizza, it's Italian food in general. They're so freaking good. They are not open this late. They close at like 10. They might even close at 9. They probably close at 10 on the weekends, but still. Xbox achievement hunting. Oh, okay. You're in the enemy camp. Except that you're not an enemy, but we can have friendly rivalries here. Playing through Oblivion. Very nice. That is one that... I actually own a PS3 copy of Oblivion. I didn't get the chance to play it yet. And believe me, that's one that I want to play for sure. Because I've heard overall very good things about it. Aside from, I think that's the one where they would let you purchase the horse armor. And that pissed a lot of people off for DLC-wise. Play both systems? Okay, that's good. And I don't really care what people play. As long as you're having fun while playing your games, it really doesn't matter what you play. But I've always been kind of a PlayStation fanboy. More so than Xbox. I played Xbox some, I just never got as into it. So I played it for a few years, on and off, but never heavily. Yep, we are all gamers, regardless of our consoles. Again, as long as you're having fun playing, that's what matters. Dark Souls 2 is the easiest Soulsborne game? Definitely not. Elden Ring, I could see a lot of people seem to agree on Elden Ring being easier. I feel like from everything I see, it's either Elden Ring or Bloodborne. Like, 'cause a lot of people have Bloodborne done, probably because they got helped, because it has, like, a co-op type of mode. But I feel like most people seem to be thinking Elden Ring just because it's possible to grind and make certain things way easier. Dark Souls, though, none of those games are the easiest from the Soulsborne franchise. Okay, now that I'm looking at the map on my phone, now I know where that Papa John's is. I kind of forgot that there's one even over there. We're at almost 400 kills. Dark Souls 2 is only a 6 out of 10. I feel like it'd be higher than that. Dark Souls 2, I feel like Dark Souls 3 was considered the easiest of the actual Dark Souls games. But that Bloodborne and Elden Ring are considered easier. We should be getting pretty close to having this challenge done, though. Grenade. Get them all. 3's easier than 1, yeah. I think they're probably all easier than 1. That's one of the hardest out of all the Soulsborne games. Okay, over 400. Actually, let me check and see what I need for the Man of War real quick. 480. So I'm going to assume at least like a little over 500 to guarantee it. That hurt. It's hide. So yeah, we're gonna need a little over 500 for sure, just to be safe. Where are they? Sure, hit him, why not? I don't know if it helped or not. Oh, now they're all respawning. Oh, now they're spawning back in again. That stun did not fully work. Still in the process of picking up my order. Shit. Oh, we're at almost 500. I don't want to have to restart anything here. Alright, almost there. Just go down already, come on. They're still in the process of picking up my order. Wonderful. Any enemies in every instance was a good idea. Yeah, I don't know who thought it was a good idea. Naughty Dog does not know how to make DLCs, we will say that. They are awful when it comes to making DLCs. He probably just killed himself. Alright, we're at 500. Let's switch over and try to get like 300 with the Shiva. And these kills aren't hard to get. I mean, it's just a grind. It is what it is. Just an unnecessary grind. It should not have been in the game to begin with. I'd love to know how that, like, did nothing on them. Last of Us on Survivor was easier than on Crushing, really? So I remember Survivor wasn't terrible, it was more grounded mode. Definitely they gave me problems. Okay, they are finally picking up my order. Damn, it took a long time for Papa John's to get the order in. I usually don't eat Papa John's either, but they were the only one that was still open. The Domino's, I think, closes here at an earlier time than most places. You know what? That's not entirely even surprising, given this game. It fucking reset me that far. You know what, guys? I don't have the patience for this tonight. If it's gonna pull that kind of bullshit on me, I'm not gonna keep playing this. I'm done. That just pisses me off too much. Because that's not even fair. That's just not fair. You reset me back that far over the game, screwing me over in ways that I can't fight back. So I'm going to call the night here, guys. We made decent progress, not great. The game kind of screwed me over there at the last minute. I had over 400 kills, and it just took them away from me because the game is broken and a mess. So I'm not happy about that. We're not going to play any more of this tonight. They don't deserve any more attention tonight. So that is going to be it. Next week, I already have several videos scheduled to upload. So there will be videos next week. They are scheduled to upload. Should be a good time. They're all trophy videos. Otherwise, I don't know when the next stream will be. At earliest, it'll be next Saturday. If not, it'll be the week after. But it'll be back eventually. But tomorrow, or I mean, next week should be fun. Should be a lot of interesting stuff going on. So again, thank you guys for watching. Like, favorite, share, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell if you haven't already. And I will see you guys back here this coming week for videos.